Happy December, everybody! The month of the year where it's okay to say no. I don't want to do anything except play video games, because this is the month when all of the mobile games come out, and this is the video where I tell you about as many of them as possible so you can make informed decisions on what to play and/or put on your holiday wish list. So let's not waste any more time and jump straight into the countdown. Starting off at number 10, we have Art of Rally. Art of Rally is a different kind of rally racing game. While the spirit of rally racing is expertly represented, it is the way in which the racing takes place that makes it different than most. The art is honestly what grabbed my attention first about the game. It's got a slightly simplistic look, mostly because of the color palette and how bright and colorful everything looks. Gameplay-wise, Art of Rally certainly does have that rally feel, though the learning curve is a bit high when it comes to driving these cars. Driving is a tiny bit more difficult at such an altitude, and the cars themselves seem to slide a whole lot more. Not only that, the throttle response is really sensitive in this game, so you'll want to not go flat out all the time. Breaking into number 9, we have The Company Man. The Company Man is a classic action platformer where you play as Jim, an office worker on a quest to become the CEO. Battle crazy coworkers with a keyboard, shoot evil bosses with emails, and power up with coffee beans at the Goodwater Company. Explore 7 corporate departments filled with traps, quirky coworkers, and tough bosses. Spend coins at the coffee shop for healthy boosting beans. From icy accounting floors to paperwork mountains in human resources, navigate hand-painted environments. It's a wild ride through office life. Jump, dash, and climb that corporate ladder. So get ready to tackle the struggles of the working world, beat up your coworkers, sip on some powerful coffee, and strive to make Jim the CEO he was born to be. Coming in at number 8, we have Fun Party. Fun Party is a casual multiplayer party game by Tencent that is now available for Android devices in early access in Canada. Fun Party is also known as Dream Star, where this game is meant to appeal to all skill levels, from the casual player to the expert. Drawing similarities with Fall Guys, you get out on a crazy journey through a variety of captivating maps that appeal to all tastes. There are plenty of tasks for you to overcome and enjoy, like sliding down waterways in the summertime, finding secrets buried behind mysterious stones, and navigating through complex tubes in the air. As everyone becomes a maker, take control of your own universe. Use different materials to let your creativity run wild. Then show off your creations to friends all over the world. Next up at number 7, we have Radiance. Radiance is a game for mobile devices that immerses you in an action-packed story based on your survival in a mystical world. You can choose between different heroes with unique abilities and face all kinds of enemies in beat-em-up style combat. In addition, you can explore a world full of secrets and mysteries, as well as discover the origins of a magic cube that will change your destiny. The combat system is dynamic and varied. You'll move through side-scrolling settings in which you'll have to defeat all the enemies that cross your path. To do so, you'll have a basic attack button, 3 secondary attack buttons, and 1 special attack button. Each hero has its own moves and effects, allowing you to adapt to each situation. Down to number 6, we have Kenshō. Kenshō is a fascinating puzzle game in which you have to go on a journey through a surreal world, a world in which time, space, and objects have merged together. The gameplay looks like this. You get into a room in which unusual things happen. Moving blocks in the appropriate order, your task is to get out of the room. But then you will get into a new one which is completely different from the previous one. So you have to make an exciting journey through different worlds. The game will provide you with a map of this magical labyrinth, with doors of death and doors of life. We need to think carefully before proceeding to open the door because after opening, you will not have the opportunity to return. That door opens and you will have an interesting puzzle. Moving on to number 5, we have Auroria. Auroria is an action-adventure game in which we leave our planet behind to visit different galaxies with an astronaut. While online, we will be able to establish links with other players and together explore spectacular landscapes full of elements. In addition, the title allows us to collect multiple objects that we will use to build resources that in turn will improve each intergalactic space. The graphics are generated using Unreal Engine 4, which provides a great level of realism to each location. After defining our astronaut's appearance, we will be ready to set the location where we want our spacecraft to land. Once we reach our new destination, we will have to explore all the corners of the map in order to define the route that the explorer will freely take. Next up at number 4, we have Dynasty Warriors M. This is an action and strategy game in which you must fight alongside one of the 3 great factions of the 3 kingdoms. In this adventure, you participate in legendary battles that will alter the course of history, unleash the Musou power within you to conquer each territory and change your destiny. If you want to enjoy a new format within the saga, download Dynasty Warriors M for free and enter a vast world, where you can conquer castles and plunder loot. The game will immerse you in the history of the 3 kingdoms through a cinematic adventure that will allow you to experience real Chinese historical events, such as the Yellow Turban Rebellion and the Battle of Luoyang. Your goal in this game is to dominate the 3 kingdoms. Coming in at number 3, we have Tennis Open 2023. This is a fun sports game with touches of RPG where you play as a tennis player, climbing your way to the most prestigious tennis leagues until you win the best prize there is. Gameplay might feel a little strange only because you never control your character's movement. Instead, your job is to decide when to hit the ball, how hard to hit it, and in what direction, all of which you determine by dragging your finger across the screen. It has various game modes, although the most interesting one is the career mode, where you try to climb the rankings from the very bottom. To do so, you have to invest the coins you earn in various competitions to improve your character's abilities, as well as buy new and better equipment. Next up at number 2, we have Goat Simulator 3. Goat Simulator 3 is a game in which, as you might have guessed, you play as a goat. But not just any goat. This goat is supernaturally resilient and has a sticky tongue, which means you can do all kinds of wild things. Being a goat has never been so entertaining. On top of that, it has easy-to-use controls. All you need to wreak havoc in the game's town, which is a bit small but packed with interesting areas to explore. As you explore the town, you can headbutt the inhabitants, interact with other goats, jump on bouncy beds, wreck cars, and much more. There are loads of silly situations scattered around the town that you can explore and add your own dose of wildness. To be sure, Goat Simulator 3 is an entertaining game with great graphics and controls. And finally at number 1, we have Soul Knight Prequel. This is an exciting RPG where you'll explore a magical world with random dungeons full of monsters for you to fight. This adventure, set before the legendary feats of Soul Knight, will test your skill and reflexes as you go about looting treasures in each room. To delve deeper into this saga story, download Soul Knight Prequel for free and create a new order of knights to save Mistrea from ruin. In the game, you can enjoy the usual classes, taking on the role of the criminal, the archer, and the witch, or unlocking new hybrid classes. When it comes to battle, you must master the skills of each character to defeat the monsters and final bosses. Combine spells to take advantage of over 100 special abilities, and customize your play style. Either way, that's it for today. But there are so many more games that we couldn't fit on this list. So let us know what you're looking forward to. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time right here on Android Tools.